So today, I just want to talk to you about what truly matters in life. I hear a lot of people, they brag about the cars that they have, the money that they have. Our world continues to be focused on the material. And I know, please don't. This is a very important message. It is very, very important that you please just hear me out. I really want us to think beyond the material, and I really want us to see how this man, how he keeps us divided, especially in the Black community. We don't pay enough attention to how this capitalistic world that we live in, how it was designed purposely to keep us divided. I have people, they laugh. I'm talking about real issues. I had someone make a comment, and I can't, for some reason, see all of my comments. But for those of you who have commented on some of my videos, I can't see them all right away. I don't know where they go to. But someone said, it's another person playing victim, basically. I can't remember word verbatim, but they said another person playing victim, and then they're laughing at a whole bunch of laughing things. This is what I'm talking about, specifically with us as Black people in the United States having to continuously deal with systemic racism, with this racism, period, against our people in this country. And in order for us to not be perceived as the victim, what do we have to do? We have to be silent. We have to be quiet. We have to play along. We have to play the game to survive, or else they continue to gaslight us. But I'm going to tell you, I am not easily gaslit. I am not easily mind manipulated, okay? Because I see the game for what it is. And I want to help you. I really want to help you see the game, the manipulation used to keep a lot of us silent. But I really want to help you see what truly is important in our world and what we really have to fight for. Now, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a backstory on me. I want you to feel like, you have an idea of who I am and why I am so passionate about unity within our community. So years ago, when I was a little girl, this is going to be quick. Years ago, when I was a little girl, I once had the thought, I had family, I had aunts, I had uncles, I had cousins. And I remember being a little girl at camp, and I was saying to myself, I was looking at everyone else around me, and I had pity. In my mind, I had pity for them because I said, there's no way you could have the love that I have in my life. I said, I am so lucky. I feel sorry for you who do not have what I have. And just like that, it was taken away. And just in one day, it was all taken away. And I had no idea that humility was working on me, that I was being humbled at such a young age. A lot of us, we get on these videos, we brag about, the money, we throw all the money in the air, we throw it in the air, we're bragging about it. We take pictures with our cars. We're talking about the bling, bling, bling. But you have no idea when life will take it away. And what truly matters, I am almost completely void of in my life. And that helps me to see, not playing the victim, but it helped me to realize what truly matters. That this compared to family, compared to spirituality, compared to union, does not at all matter. Everyone else will talk to you about this is how you can get money, this is how you can get rich. I will never put the dollar bill above you. I will constantly fight for all of us to have liberation outside of the dollar, outside of this capitalistic world. Because yes, we live in a world where we need money to get by. We needed to pay bills. We needed to live. We needed to have a house to pay for child support, our children, daycare, whatever, right? We don't see how it was designed this way. And I'm not going to lecture because I know that certain spaces are meant for certain lengthy time periods. I'm probably not saying that right. What I mean to say is I have a podcast, and that's where I spend my time really going in deeply, diving in deep about these issues that we need to pay attention to, because I want us all to be liberated. I talk about America, the United States, and some of you listening or have listened to some of my videos, you may think, oh, she probably hates the United States. What's wrong with her? I'm an American. I'm a proud American. What's wrong with her? She's not proud to be an American. I will never put how do I say this? I will never put the nationality, the nation. How do I say this the right way? I feel like we put the material that comes with being an American above the people, above the union of our people, above the liberation of our people. And that I will never put first. As I said, we've been distracted with the dollar, okay, with this man. You look at this. I will never be proud until one of our ancestors' faces is on one of these. After everything that they have gone through, you go look up what the United States means. I was watching a show where someone from Russia was proud, or he was happy to be in the U.S., and he held in his hand the Statue of Liberty. That Statue of Liberty does not represent us. That's not our face that represents us and the history of this country. I need us to put that pride, that dignity first. That is all I am saying. Because at the end of the day, we can build anywhere. America could be built, as times change, as, the planet is constantly evolving, as we should be. At one time there was Pangea, when all of the continents were connected. So as things continue to shift, America may no longer be where it is today, and it will be renamed, but the people, the connection of the people must always remain the same. And I don't want us to lose that. I want us to fight for what we know that we truly deserve. That after everything those ancestors been through, there is nothing globally to show that honor and respect. I'm talking about the statues. Okay. And yes, we have some of us in the Black community who have paid homage, who have dedicated, they have these statues in certain places in the South. They have these areas where you can go and remember the names of those ancestors who were slaves. And this is something else that I want to mention too, because a lot of us, we will say that we were already here, so we aren't connected to that part of the history. But at the end of the day, when you look at my hair, you look at me. Even though I may have other mixtures inside of me, I will never deny the African within. I will always be proud of that. And I need us all to be proud of that so we can begin fighting and stop putting this above the union, above the collective. I want us, when you brag about the vehicle that you drive, I will never brag about the vehicle I drive. Oh, you say it's because I don't have one. Okay. I will never brag about the vehicle that I drive until my people, our name is on that. And then I will brag about all that we have been through and all that we have now built, that we have our own brand. Think about even going down to the underwear. I want to buy underwear designed, made by us, that we can continue to pour into our community, to grow our community, and understand the importance of, if you decide, and I know a lot of people, I'm sidetracking because an important thought came up. If you decide that you are, your ancestors built America and you're not leaving it. I've heard people say this, my ancestors built this country. I'm not leaving it. I'm not going to Africa. If you decide that you are going to stay here, why not demand, as I said, that our faces be on the important parts of this legacy of America? That we have a statue that is recognized globally that represents America. Why not fight for that? I say our ancestors built America, but we do not own it. This is what I'm saying. If you are someone Black who says you are staying here, then fight for what you are owed here. But if you are like me and you want to build outside of America, not just in America, but outside of it, go back to Africa and build Africa up, because that is our original home. If you are that person, then I urge you to please follow me, because I have a plan. If you Google me, just look me up, Denise J. Smith, you will see I have built, I started out with entertainment. I said, I want to direct a movie. I want to make a movie. I did that. I said, I wanted to write a book. I wrote 4 books and published them. I am someone who, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And now I know what is most important, that we build outside of the entertainment. And not saying that the stories that I have written are not important, they are. But I just urge you to see the importance and see the game, the manipulation used to keep us in the place that we have been in. People say you need to take baby steps. I was dealing with someone in the workplace. Someone else mentioned, Black people contribute. They contribute to the systemic racism. They play along with it. We have to be careful too with calling each other out on that and understand where it really began. We don't want to recognize ourselves as the victims of something that is continuing. It's just like when people say, I had someone, I was a caregiver, and one of the patients I cared for, she said, well, Black people own slaves too. So it's sort of the same thing. We're making it okay because, well, Black people do it too, or they did it too. But we don't understand even further, even deeper, that it is that colonization. Our minds have been colonized. Just, when you look at the language and even looking at the workplace, we have really transformed ourselves, because in America, and I know this is going to be hard for a lot of people to listen to, but in America, those who identify themselves as white, they need us to only identify ourselves as Black or as American, even though they don't fully see us as American. Because once we truly find our identity outside of this America, what will white be left with? What will white dominate? It will have nothing to dominate over, because they don't know. Those who identify as white do not truly know their heritage, so they need us not to know it as well. I'm seeing the manipulation. I may not look like it. I'm 36. I have a degree in human services, and I've studied psychology. So, and not just that, but even just my lived experiences, I understand the manipulation, and I just need us to see that, because I need us to break free mentally, because as long as we are not free mentally, we will never be free. We will never fully be liberated. So I just ask us to think about, New Year's is coming up, your New Year's resolution. What is your New Year's resolution going to be? I hope that is that you join me in the fight for our true liberation, for building, for truly building. And it's going to take some time. I'm going to need your support on this, because I care about our descendants. I truly care about what happens to them. The narrative that continues, this false narrative that continues to paint us in a negative light globally. I truly care about that. And it's time that we no longer take baby steps. We have been taking baby steps since 1619. It's time for us to sprint, for us to unify and do what needs to be done to make sure that we have a stake in this world as a people, that we have our faces on one of these instead of the face of somebody who once enslaved, who once put into law slavery. So that's all I have. I appreciate you listening. And if you don't see me before the new year, I wish you a happy new year.